Real Madrid 4, Valencia 0. Unbelievable. That was an outstanding performance from Real Madrid. I can finally recognize my club once again. You can see by my face how excited I am to see this Real Madrid team play like this. And I have so much, honestly, to discuss with you guys. As fans of Real Madrid, you, me, the whole world looking down on this Real Madrid performance today, we have so much to discuss as fans. And I want you to like this video, comment down below, let me know your thoughts. I actually want to ask you a very important question. Is Real Madrid this good? Or is La Liga this poor? Please let me know your thoughts on that. But comment down below and make sure we get on that hype leaderboard. So, let's get into the game. Unbelievable. I'm just blown away from how good we were playing, especially in the very first half. And if people can't see that, and people just look at Valencia as a relegation team, you are sorely mistaken. And I'm going to tell you why. The way that we were moving the ball in the first place, and this is Alonso's work, I have to admit it. The way that we move the ball in tight spaces, Valencia were camped on the edge of their box. Let's be honest about that. But we failed to lose the ball in the entirety of the game, in the grand scheme of things. How we were moving, passing, the give and goes between the players was absolutely outstanding. The team were a team. Real Madrid were Real Madrid. That's what they were. That's how I can recognize my club once again. This is the type of football, that you wanted to see, that I wanted to see. We just need to literally take our hats off to the players today because they were amazing. And I don't care about Valencia being relegation. I don't care. It's whatever is in front of you, you have to beat them. And we did so. We did so convincingly. Barcelona beat them 6, we beat them 4. Are Barcelona fans going to get a one-up on us because of that? Guess what? We're still top of the table. And now we have a chance to go to Vallecas and end this part of the season before international break, leading Barcelona by a substantial amount of points. This is our opportunity because Real Madrid are playing the type of football that will walk this league at this current present time. That El Clasico match has given the players so much confidence. So much confidence. It's unbelievable. And I tell you what, Bellingham today, let's just get into it because he was man of the match. Definitely man of the match. The way that he drives forward with the ball, he was shrugging off the Valencia players with ease. Carrying the ball. Giving us openings time and time again because of his actual ability to use his physicality in certain areas, certain moments that allow the whole team to get into their own spaces, and it allows the team to feed into that kind of momentum when we're building the play and we're transitioning up the pitch, and you have Vini free, Mbappe free, Franco free because of Bellingham. That guy can drive with the ball for days. He's one of the best ball-carrying midfielders in the world at the moment. And you can see why. And now, third goal in a row. Juventus, Barcelona, and now Valencia. Definitely man of the match. If people would put Mbappe in front of him because of a brace, okay, I can give you that one, maybe. But Bellingham today was the best on that pitch. Very rarely lost the ball, maintained high pass accuracy, allowed the team to be the team that they should be because he takes the pressure away from the other players. He takes the pressure away from Arda. takes the pressure away from Tchouaméni, especially in that very first half. And you can see how the team builds upon him. He should be the central and focal point of this team. I'm telling you this right now. I know I said Arda before because Arda's the natural creator of the team, but Bellingham should be the focal point because he's that good. Vini, let me go on to him. Look, he's frustrated he didn't score the penalty. But that Vini today was reminiscent of the Vini that I really, really like. A player that is direct. A player that loves to drive with the ball. A player that likes to take on players. He did that time and time and time again today because he knows that he can be the player that can really impact a game at that present point. And Mbappe is always in the box. So Vini doing that will give us more opportunities, more openings. And he's clever with it as well. He knows that if there is a player in front of him and he has no space, he's passing it to the next person. He's not doing what Vini did last year and try and take on 5-6 players. He's gradually getting fed that by Alonso. He's saying, be patient with the ball. Allow yourself to get into better spaces and then work the ball from there again. Keep on persisting with that because the possession today from the team was mind-blowing. I'm not talking about possession for possession's sake. I'm talking about possession with intent. And when we build up like this and we're having players in a free roam position, Arda in free roam, Bellingham in free roam, Camavinga when he came on the second half as well, in that kind of free roam area where they just allow the players to grow, Ceballos as well. And the midfield today was complete. They allowed every single player in the front end of the pitch to just free to run, free to create openings. And it led to the penalties. It did. Because those penalties, even though the first one was rather soft, I've got to admit, it's still a penalty. In La Liga's eyes, that's a penalty. People can say Madrid this, Madrid that. That is a penalty. The second one, definitely a penalty. Definitely a penalty. And I know Vini missed it, but Mbappe took his penalty well. And the second goal that Mbappe scored, outstanding. Arda's good at crossing. Mbappe left foot, first time, bang, in the back of the net. No questions. Mbappe, I tell you what, this guy is going for records this year. He wants the Pichichi win. He wants Champions League Golden Boot. He wants everything. And obviously he was presented with the Golden Boot before the match, giving him confidence again. And this game, again, proved it. Why is he so important to Real Madrid? Obviously, Endrick came on a little bit later. He's returned back into the team. But Endrick has no place. I'm sorry. The whole loan rumour is probably true. And he's going to go elsewhere. It's Mbappe and Gonzalo Garcia. But Mbappe today, also great. Very worthy of man of the match. But I still think Bellingham gets it. Because of just his overall contribution to the team. His goal, Bellingham. The way he skipped away from the player and just in the back of the net. Unreal. Unreal, I've got to say. His attitude on the pitch, unbelievable. I've just literally, there's so many things I can say about Bellingham today. Valencia could have 5 players around him, like they did today, and just turn out of trouble, and then the whole midfield is open. I'm actually sweating because I was just absolutely jumping off the edge of my seat. Jumping off the edge of my seat, honestly. I was out. I was having dinner. Jumping on the edge of my seat. Quite literally. A mind-blowing performance from Real Madrid. I have so many words. The defense were completely solid. They didn't look phased. I think Jan Juma had a chance. Essentially, in the very first half, they threaded a through ball and literally caught up to him. Done. Done. No nonsense. Courtois barely had anything to do across the match. This is very reminiscent of Arsenal in the Premier League, where the other teams have limited chances, and it's down to one man, Xabi Alonso. This guy has set up the team, so the chances against Real Madrid, super limited. You maybe have 1-2 shots on target. That is it. That's it. Nothing else. Because with Real Madrid playing like this, we are going to walk La Liga. We will walk this league. The quality in the opposition is very, very poor. And yes, we look at it domestically and say, okay, we should win the domestic treble this season. Atletico Madrid in the Super Cup is going to be difficult. We know that because they are our bogey team this year, essentially. But let's just call it as it is. We play like we played against Barcelona in El Clasico, this kind of match against Valencia, and I think Atletico Madrid will have more problems than when we faced them in the Metropolitano. Because we are playing much better. The way that we transition out of the defense, it was easy for them. Dead easy how we move the ball out of defense. When Valencia were trying to press us, everybody just looked like, okay, what's going on here? We'll just pass it out of the back. With simplistic styling. Style and profile. That's what it is. Where Real Madrid players like Camavinga, Ceballos, that's why they were brought up, to maintain the possession. You think Ceballos and Camavinga were brought on just for the fun of it? No. They were brought on to control the game and give players a much needed rest, because we have Liverpool coming up in the Champions League, don't forget. So, do you think we're going to show a high intensity in the second half as well? No. Let the players ease down. Don't stress them out too much. Don't put the pressure on them to score more goals. Just, we've done our business in the first half. Second half, we ease off. And we didn't allow Valencia to create anything. Maybe apart from that shot, that rocket. That was left post, obviously, of Courtois. Unbelievable strike. And that's it. What else did Valencia create? Let's be honest on this one, guys. And I'm just over the moon with how Real Madrid performed. They were on a different level today. They were outstanding. And it just also begs the question, who is this down to? And you've got to take your hats off to Xabi Alonso. I know I criticized him, but yes, I said I give him 10 games. The very first 10 games, he proved me that he should be the manager for Real Madrid. He proved to you, most importantly, as well, the audience, the fans of Real Madrid, the ones that watch this team all over the world, how great we are as a team, how great this team can be when the right chemistry is in place, when the right decisions are being made before the matches. El Clasico didn't start Franco. This match started Franco. I know why, to give us more width on the pitch and not to be so direct down the channel, down the middle of the pitch, because obviously Valencia are compressing the box. We know that. They just literally camped on the edge of the box. But how we moved in and out of pressurized situations with the ball, certain players, Carreras as well, also outstanding today. How we're moving in and out of the press, unbelievable. There's no team in Spain that can catch us. I'm telling you this right now. You think that Real Betis and Bilbao and teams like Villarreal will give us a trouble away from home? Not this year. Not this year. We control too much of the ball. When you're having the ball 65, 70% possession of the game, that is a different level altogether. It gives us more authority of the ball, more authority on the pitch itself. And today, even though we had that, we're not just passing it aimlessly round the back on a sideways motion, backwards motion. We're passing it directly as well, because Dean Howson's there. And Dean Howson doesn't mess about. This guy, when he gets the ball, he's picking up into feet, into Mbappe, into Vini, into Carreras, outside onto the right as well. Militao the same. This is how we're supposed to be playing as a team. And we have players that can come off the bench and help us as well. Asensio came on. We had players like Camavinga come on. We had players like Ceballos come on. Hendrick came on, obviously got his return. Rodrigo came on. This is the depth that we need to go deep in all competitions. Play on all fronts. give us an opportunity in the Champions League as well. And if we get to the later stages, I tell you what, Real Madrid will find a way to reach the final. I'm not talking about the quarters and getting out of it. We're talking about semi-finals and then finding a way to reach the final of that competition as well. Because La Liga, Copa del Rey, Super Cup, maybe not Super Cup, I'm not even sure about that, but La Liga will walk. Because we have this points gap on Barcelona. And Barcelona, they carry on playing like this, they will drop points. Real Madrid won't. That is the main thing. We won't drop points. We play like this, we won't drop points. People will use the excuse of Valencia's relegation team. Does not matter. I keep telling you, Vallecas is going to be a much harder test. We know that. But at the end of the day, Vallecas is going to turn into, it's going to turn into another home for Madrid. Because they're going to get absolutely wiped. Mark my words, they're going to get destroyed as well. This is not going to be Ancelotti ball last year. This is the control football that we need. But with Mbappe on this scoring form, with Vini on this form, with Bellingham on this form, Bellingham 3 games in a row scoring, we are going to absolutely destroy the competition in La Liga this year. There's no team that can face us. And the question I asked at the beginning was, is Real Madrid that good or is La Liga that poor? Guess what? It's a bit of both. Because La Liga is that poor, but Real Madrid are much, much better this year as well. We are so much better. And it's evident in the players, how they move on the pitch, the way they glide past players. Look at Bellingham's goal. How he took the touch away and just banged it in the back of the net. Absolutely incredible. This is what we want to see from this Real Madrid team. This is how Real Madrid should be operating. We should be operating in this kind of manner, this kind of fashion, where teams have no chance. When I used to watch Real Madrid as a kid, on certain occasions, especially against the lower opposition in La Liga, teams would have no chance. Maybe the gap in terms of the lower opposition has improved, but still it is very, very poor. And Real Madrid should be walking this league. I'm telling you right now, if we do not win this league this year, there is something seriously wrong. I know we're 8 points now before Barcelona play their game against Elche, but this now piles the pressure on Barcelona again. What can they do in reverse? Will this be a pressurized situation for them in Barcelona? Potentially. If they drop any more points, it's done. If I can see Real Madrid go 10 points clear of Barcelona, this league title is done. Barcelona better be looking elsewhere. They'll be looking at Champions League, Copa del Rey, or Super Cup. That's where they're going to be looking at, because Real Madrid are not losing a lot of games this season. They will lose maybe a couple here and there, an odd result, but they are going to dominate the majority of teams in this poor league at the moment, and they should do. They should do. That's factual. This is not last year where we're getting losses against Espanyol and Real Betis and Bilbao and these teams. They're not. They're not. I can tell you this right now, that Betis won't even have 2 opportunities to score against us. Bilbao are the same. They're poor as well. There are so many teams that would have nothing against Real Madrid. 0. And that includes Vallecano next week. Trust me on this one. Watch that game in Vallecas. They will do nothing the whole game. Nothing. They may get a goal, but we are in also a position that is creating just a barrier. Bernabéu is becoming a fortress. And our away record should speak volumes as well. And that match before international break is going to give us that momentum to go after the international break and start getting various wins that we need. That we need to continue to become the Real Madrid that every single one of you, me, the whole world wants to see. The champions winning Real Madrid. A trophy winning Real Madrid that gives us that lift as a fan base that will transcend the years to come as well. Because Alonso, if he carries on in this fashion and we're playing this kind of football, trust me on this one, it is going to be evident. Look at Arteta and look at Arsenal. I know they haven't won the trophies because they're competing against sides like Manchester City and Liverpool. Let's be honest on that one. But they're playing the football that should win the trophies. And Real Madrid, we're playing the football that should win these trophies. Maybe not Champions League this year, but I can see now next year, maybe after a few recruitment spells here and there, that we will win the Champions League once again. And hopefully we can do it. Hopefully we can get that La Liga trophy back to the rightful owners, and that is Real Madrid. That's all I got to say, guys. All I got to say. Take care. Peace out. Like this video. Make sure you comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. And I wanted to do player ratings. I think I've just gone on literally. I'm so happy that I just wanted to just speak to you as a Real Madrid fan. I wanted to speak to you. I wanted to tell you why we're so good. I don't want to use stats on the screen. I want to show that. I want to speak to you directly with you and show why Real Madrid are that good. Speaking, analysing, giving my perspective on how Real Madrid can win this league. And this is our very first step. Trust me in this one. After the international break, we should be walking this league, guys, yeah? But everybody outstanding. My man of the match, definitely Jude Bellingham and Alonso. Always in this match, we'll get a 10 out of 10. What a superb setup and everything around it. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. A la Madrid, people. Y nada más. Adios, and we'll see you next time. Take care.